Hello YouTube, it's Silver Edge Dave. I'm doing a tips video. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Last April, when I did my 100 subscriber contest, I asked people about their collecting and details on how they do things. And Weapon X Squall, Abe, contributed a really great thing. He used foam board as dividers. And I've used a few different examples of dividers. Actually, I've got one here. I brought home a new long box. And you know, anyone who's serious about this is cardboard. Anytime I get cardboard, I cut it. So this is my sample. And maybe I'll show one of these days a little template that I made so I can cut my spacers. You know, that's for the front and the back of the box so the books don't get a bend. But sometimes you have a few inches of dead space in a box, and so Abe shared that he uses this kind of, you know, this foam board and some other pink foam board and different things, and so I've done a video on that too, on using it. But this is foam board that I get for free. My office building I own, I share a parking lot with some doctors, and this time of year they get flu shots. They come in these giant boxes. Oh, I don't have the box here. But they come in giant boxes with some ice packs, and they're full of this foam board, okay? And this stuff is real nice, it's real light. The problem with this type of foam board, I've got a brand new little razor knife here, and I'm going to try to show you when you cut this stuff, what happens. I'll try to give it a slice. No matter how well you cut it, you end up with a lot of these little dots and things, okay? Because it's thick board, and they're just messy. Well, that one didn't come out that bad, but it's not really perfect. You know, we like it nice and clean. So what I did is I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. They're not open on Sundays, which I really respect that. I went and I bought this machine, which here's the box for it. The price on a machine like this is $34.99. There it is. It's a hot wire foam cutter, Marvi Uchida, whatever that is. And so I bought this. And the cool thing with Hobby Lobby, they always have, like every week on their hobbylobby.com, they have a 40% off one item, or sometimes 50%. Well, yesterday they had a 40% off. And so I bought this machine. It's basically on and off. This piece comes in and out if you want. So you're more mobile, but it's got a little stand, and I'll show you just on a scrap piece. You can do anything with it, but I'm cutting exact size spacers. Look how it cuts right through there. Now I didn't draw a line, but it cuts right through there, and because it's hot, it's basically melting the styrofoam. And we actually yesterday we made some things before or between football games. We made a little car just playing games. Look how thick that is, and it cuts really nice. And then my one son, he wanted a guy, so we made a little guy. Look, he's got giving a peace sign up there, and he's walking, and we're gonna give him a football, but we just stopped there. So anyway, 20 bucks for that. Every doctor's office in the country is getting these flu shots delivered in these same exact boxes right now, and all this foam is going to the landfill. So what I'm doing is I'm contacting a few other doctor's offices, and I'm telling them, hey, when you get your flu shots in that big box of junk you're going to throw out and it's going to sit in the landfill, call me, I'll come get it. And I can turn the box itself, which is a nice big box, I can turn it into these spacers for the front and the back. And then I can take all the styrofoam and I can turn that into, you know, filler pieces. And then they also have the ice packs in there. And, you know, the whole thing's usable. Everything they're throwing out. And the only other tool I use is I use a little square here, which, you know, this one I got from a little garage sale for a couple bucks. I have nicer ones, but that's the one I grabbed. And then a marker. And that's all you need. So it's that cheap, and I'm gonna make, I don't know how many of these things I'm gonna end up with. 1, 2, 3 on these. So I'll get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 spacers that average anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches thick. That covers a lot of ground. I love it. It's free. It's cheap. And if you're a serious collector, you want your books to be in perfect condition when you put them in the box, and then later when you take them back out, you got to have these spacers. You don't want those books flopping over and bending and breaking. So that's going to be Silver's tip. I'm going to do a couple of these, and I'll show you what I end up with. All right, guys. Hot wire foam cutter. All right, guys. So I got my buddy Chase here helping me out. And we're going to cut this one. Now, I didn't set up a jig for this. A jig would help you keep it ultra straight, but you see how fast that cuts right through there. There's almost no smell. We happen to be in the garage. I have one of the doors open, but I think you could do this in the house at the kitchen table. And it's really amazing. The hot wire just like butter. Look at that. So we got a couple of them. And you know what? We're playing nice. So let's, what do you say, Chase? We do a couple more. Okay. Chase says okie dokie. All right. What we're going to do is are you getting this in there?
Yeah.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this one. I'm going to take this piece off first in one long swipe, and then we'll split them. That seems like the move. And once you get started, you're just moving nice and easy. So like I say, these don't have to be perfect. Now this is a thicker one. So let's give that one. You see how fast this one cuts. That hot wire, literally you hit the on button and 20 seconds later it's cutting. And you could do other stuff. I imagine you could carve your name in there. If you were real patient, you could probably make a no creepers allowed sign out of this. But I'm just going to make spacers. That's all I'm going to do. Look at that. I'm really excited. As I've been reorganizing the room, I'm trying to leave space. Alex Comic Quarter, the first attempt I made it back in May, and then my health screwed me up a little bit. Alex Comic Quarter said, hey, make sure you leave space, you know, when you do A's, because later you get more A's, and if you don't have enough room, it messes you up. And I left a little space, but nowhere near enough. So this time around, I'm trying to leave more space, and well, frankly, you need dividers. You need spacers if you're going to leave space. Doctor's office reached out to me the other day. They said, hey, we got a box of these, Dave. And I said, I'll be right there. I think every comic room, if you get serious about it, maintenance, servicing the hobby is really half of it. It's like I spend a lot of time. So this one, see what we're going to do? That's going to be that's what we get rid of. So we're going to cut this one first. Actually, we'll cut this one first. So, like at my office, I have a room. We call it a work room, but it's also kind of mailing and all that stuff. And I've got a whole area with like paper cutters and all that kind of stuff. So when I'm cutting my cardboard down, I've got, little templates for the different sizes I need. Why recreate the wheel, You spend a lot of time doing something, and you might as well have it in such a way that you can just get after it, Don't do things twice if you don't have to. You write sample on it, and then that's your sample. Okay, look how easy it's making these things. Marking them out, you just take a marker, put a couple dots, and then life is good. So you saw a general. I can lay these out with the square here, but I don't necessarily need to show you guys how to do that. It's just a square. We all know what that's all about. You just put it like that. And I'm using a marker because it draws real easy. You can't really use a pencil or a ballpoint pen, I don't think, but that draws easy and it gives you a nice thick line. And then here's the box of spacers. Now these four, I made them a little bit shorter or a little thinner and they were a different size, so I couldn't make them the full. But you see how the full size ones are. They fill that box up really, really well. And we'll put this down here so you can see the sample. I went just slightly taller, but if I had tabs in here, you could still see them. So with that, that's my tip of the day. Guys, I wish you the best. Take care of yourselves, do something nice for someone, and remember to smile. Silver Edge Dave is out.